Welcome to this tutorial on building a time management game in Java. If you've ever wanted to create a fun and interactive game while improving your Java skills, you're in the right place. Let's get started. In today's tutorial, we will create a basic time management game where players will manage a virtual cafe. The players will serve customers, manage resources, and complete tasks under a time limit. We'll break this down step by step. Let's start by setting up our project. First, create a new Java project in your IDE. If you're using IntelliJ IDEA, you can do this by going to File-New-Project, select Java, and then click Next. Next, we'll need to create a main class for our game. By convention, we will name this class CafeGame. Let's open our IDE and create a new Java class named CafeGame. Now, let's add some game variables. We need to track the number of customers served, the time limit, and the number of resources available. We'll declare these at the class level. After declaring the variables, we'll create a constructor to initialize these values. Let's set customers served to 0, time limit to 60 seconds, and resources available to 10. The next task is to create a method for starting the game. This method will handle the game loop, keeping track of time and customer actions. Inside the game loop, you can add logic to handle customer interactions. First, we'll create a method to simulate a customer arriving at the cafe. This method will randomly decide if a customer is served or leaves angry. Next, we will add a method to end the game. This method will be called when the time limit is reached. It will display the final number of customers served and any resources remaining. Let's put all of this together in our main method. Simplifying the code a bit, we will create an instance of the game and call the startGame method. Let's take a quick look at our current code. We have a simple game setup, but there's still a lot we can enhance, like adding graphics and user interface so it's more engaging. For the graphics, we can use JavaSwing to create a simple UI. Let's start by creating a JFrame and adding some buttons for the player actions. Don't forget to include this graphical setup in your startGame method so the game window opens when the game starts. This will allow players to interact with the game using buttons instead of the console. Now that we have the basic functionality and UI set up, let's enhance the game mechanics. We can add features like upgrading resources, setting different customer types, and varying time limits for extra challenges. Let's introduce different types of customers. We will create a customer class that extends a base class with attributes like satisfaction level and preferred resource type. You can then create a customer generator in the game to spawn random customers during the game. Here's how you could implement that. Next, let's include the logic that checks customer satisfaction based on the resource served and update the game state accordingly. As you can see, the game is becoming more engaging and complex. We can also add a shopping mechanism for upgrading resources or buying special abilities to assist players further during their game. You can create buttons in your GUI for upgrading and managing resources. Each button click could trigger the appropriate methods in your main game logic. To make the game even more dynamic, consider adding a scoring system. At the end of the game, calculate the score based on the number of customers served and bonus points for satisfied customers. With all these features, we've built a solid foundation for a time management game. However, there's always room for improvement, such as adding more customer behaviors, different levels, and even special events. To wrap this up, make sure to take a moment and review your code. You can always refactor and optimize your code as you learn more about Java. By creating this game, you've not just learned about game development, but also improved your Java programming skills. Thanks for joining this tutorial on building a time management game in Java. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more coding tutorials. Until next time, keep coding and have fun.